What's good, sneaker community? It's the regular guy Sneakerhead here today with a fire review on yesterday's release, the Air Jordan 3 True Blue 2026. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's roll. Now, some of you may not know, but the Air Jordan 3 is a very special, very, very important. In fact, it may be the most important pair in the Air Jordan lineup next to the Air Jordan 1. That's right. Peter Moore and Bruce Kilgore, the designers of the Jordan 1 and Jordan 2, were leaving Nike, and they were doing their best to try to make sure that they took MJ with them. Now, Mike, whether he went with them or not, was ready to leave Nike. He pretty much had his fill with Nike. But then the legendary Tinker Hatfield came to the rescue with the Air Jordan 3, and the rest is history as we know it. Tinker made sure that Mike's input was involved throughout the whole process. In fact, MJ is the reason why the Air Jordan 3 became not only the first mid-top pair in the Jordan brand lineup, but also the first mid-top pair in basketball history. And the whole reason for the mid-top on the Air Jordan 3 was because Mike wanted a pair that was much lighter than its predecessors. He said that the 1 and the 2 were a little bit too heavy. He wanted something slimmer and lighter, hence the mid-top Air Jordan 3. Now, one of the things that really made the Air Jordan 3 stand out at its time was the fact that it was a one-of-a-kind shoe. Both the 1 and the 2 had parallels to other pre-existing pairs that were already basketball sneakers. But the Jordan 3, there was nothing else like it at the time. It was a complete one-of-a-kind. Nothing like it existed. The Air Jordan 3 originally released in 1988 with a $100 retail price tag, and the Jordan 3 True Blue was one of the 4 original colorways released. In fact, the True Blue 3 was one out of all 4 of the original colorways that Mike never wore officially on court as a Chicago Bull. The first time Mike actually did wear the True Blue 3 in a game on court was while participating in an exhibition game during the 1988 Olympic trials. Including this 2026 release, the Air Jordan 3 True Blue has released a total of 6 times. It released first in 1988 with the retail price tag of $100. It retroed for the first time in 2001, still with a retail price tag of $100. Then again in 2009 and in 2011. Then, of course, the 2016 pair. And then finally on to the 2026 pair with a whopping $230 retail price tag. That's a big difference. Speaking of differences, there are several differences between this 2026 pair and the last 2016 pair, as this pair is said to be the closest yet to the 88 pair. One big noticeable difference between the 2026 and 2016 pair is on the tongue. On the 2016 pair, you can see a whole lot of the tongue's red backing from the front sticking out above the top of the front of the tongue. But on the 2026 pair, there's virtually none. Now let's get into the 2026 pair. But real quick before we do, I want to touch on the QC issues. Now, I watched several videos from people doing early reviews and talking about how the pairs look and how QC is on them once they actually start getting pairs in hand. And I heard that there were quite a few QC issues on this pair. So it was a good thing that I checked my pair when I picked them up, because man, let me tell you, the right and the left shoe both had scuffs all over both sides. I mean, very noticeably, very bad. This is not something that you had to get up on it and pick through it to find a defect. No, you could hold it out far away from you and see the scuffs all over the upper on both sides of each shoe. So luckily, they still had another 11 in the back that wasn't picked up. And since I am a VIP preferred customer, they made sure I got a good one. As you see, comes in the face box that they've been giving all the pairs. And I myself, I kind of really like the custom box for the 3s with the 3/4 panel and then the little quarter panel. I like those custom boxes better than these just throwing everything in the face box. But it's cool. It's nostalgia. You see the tag. I did pick these up from Hibbett Sports, my local Hibbett. One of my favorite places to cop at because I always hit there and they take care of me, as I said. Plus, I get a lot of points. I mean, I had $40 in rewards off on this. So basically, I got this for $200. And you see the shoe. And then I also picked up the perfect hat to match it. Jordan brand hat, as you see. True OG. It ain't quite as fancy as the New Era and Mitchell & Ness hats are because they put stuff all over them on the sides, everywhere. But the hats they had that were supposed to go with this weren't as close of a match to the blue as this is. So even though I don't really care for the shape too much, I went with this one because I'm big on the colors looking right. Anyway, as you see, my uppers on this pair look great. You see what I talked about, which I did pull up a picture as well, but I'll touch on it again, how you can't really see that red backing from the front view of the tongue on these like you could on the 2016. But these are supposed to be truer to the 88 pair. Of course, you see the Nike Air on the back, Nike Air on the insides. Nothing special or fancy, man. If you've seen a True Blue Jordan 3 OG or any of the other OG Jordan 3s, I mean, it's similar to those. As I said, there might have been a couple little issues on this pair that I didn't notice, but man, as long as it didn't have all them scuffs, man, that first pair, man, it had little scuffing all over through the whole area on the uppers, on both sides, on both shoes. I mean, it was terrible, man. These are selling for a little below retail on the resale apps, but by the time you pay your shipping tax and fees, man, it's going to be the same, and then you're going to wait 2 weeks to get it when you can just go to the store and get it for retail now. Or you can do like I've been doing with some releases, ones that I don't just gotta have. I've been waiting until they go on sale to pick them up, and you can probably do that with these because these are gonna sit. They were sitting. A lot of people weren't picking them up, but me as a true collector, I don't have them. I don't have the 2016 pair, so I had to have these. One thing that I wanted to touch on though in this video was how big of a resemblance there is to the True Blue 3 and the Wizards PE. I mean, these things are highly similar. No Nike Air in the back. This one's older and it's aged and yellowed a little. I need to get an ice box and re-ice it. And then, of course, this one has the red Jumpman. This one has the copper. Same thing on the eyelets. Red over here, copper over here. But other than that, the elephant print is a lot thicker and taller on this one, bulkier. But other than that, they're highly similar, man. The Wizards PE and the True Blue. You know, QC issues and the fact that this shoe just come out in 2016, 10 years ago, all that aside, I needed this pair because I didn't have it. And I wanted to complete the OGs. So now, with the addition of the 2026 True Blue 3, I have the whole set. 2022 Fire Red OG, the White Cement Reimagines, and I know technically this ain't the OG, but I will be picking up the actual OG White Cement next year in 2027. But in my opinion, the Reimagines are just as good. And then, of course, the Black Cements. So now I have all four of the OG3s. Or technically I don't because the White Cement Reimagined. But next year I will have all four, technically. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all watched the whole way through. I hope you subscribed if you haven't already, followed if you haven't already. Most importantly, I hope you engage with your boy. Hit the like button, leave comments. Let's talk about anything you want to talk about. You want to talk about something you've seen in the video. You want to talk about something you've seen in the background. You want to talk about something that I haven't talked about yet. I'm open to ideas. I'm open to feedback from the audience. I want to grow this thing. I enjoy doing it, but I'm doing it for y'all. So if y'all don't give me feedback and engage, I don't know, man. I just keep going with what I think y'all are like. But if you let me know, then I can definitely make what I know you like. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Please stay tuned and come back and have a great day.